All right, Professor Kundu, what can we expect looking at the government's announcement that a decision will be taken within a month?
No, I would agree entirely with Radhika that the decision that will come in the next 20 days would certainly be guided.
We continue the discussion with GVL Narasimha Rao. Mr. Rao, we were talking about Hyderabad before going into the break, how Hyderabad has been the bone of contention between favor formation of a separate Telangana and those who are against it.
Honestly, I think this has never been a bone of contention so far. But the day a final decision is taken, I think this would certainly, the disquiet in the Simandhra regions about Telangana largely relates to Hyderabad, as both the panelists rightly mentioned earlier. So if the Congress party, since its whole thing is a political calculation, by making Telangana, they would want to gain electoral advantage in Telangana region where they have suffered severe losses recently.
Right.
But this could result in a severe backlash in Simandhra regions.
Right.
Which is actually, that region holds nearly 25 Lok Sabha seats as against 17 in Telangana.
Right.
So the Congress party would certainly want to keep the other regions also happy, and they would want a solution which is acceptable to the entire state. So one option is they could possibly talk about Hyderabad being a joint capital and both states being given certain kind of funding to develop their own capitals and whatever.
Okay.
But for the people of Telangana, I think they have been demanding this for a very long time, and they would ideally want to keep Hyderabad as a part of it.
Okay.
But I don't think there has been ever any serious formal discussion on Telangana with Hyderabad as a part of it or otherwise. And that is what will happen when they take the next steps.
Right, Ms. Ramaseshan, politically it does make sense, creation of a separate Telangana. What is the government's dilemma then? What is it that is holding the government back?
It's the backlash from the other regions and the fact that industrialists and important people from other regions have a huge thing happens ever so frequently in India. We've seen it in the northeastern states happening over and over again. We've seen a Raj Thackeray-like phenomenon in Maharashtra. So there is a fear that this kind of a thing could replay.
Okay.
And then, the Congress, instead of solving a problem, would have unleashed a monster, so to speak, Yeah. So
But what about the huge internal divide that the Congress has to contend with? Because legislators, MLAs from Telangana region, they are afraid to face the voters.
It has the majority of the in the legislative assembly. It has most of the MPs are from the Congress. So, there is going to be a big backlash. You will probably see a spate of resignations from the coastal and Rayalaseema regions. Just like the Telangana MPs are sort of keeping the Congress on a leash by threatening to quit again and again and again. So on the other hand, there may be some small bonus in if the KCR's TRS decides to merge with the Congress, then there could be some gains that the Congress would be making, or at least it would cut its losses. Let me put it that way. I mean, there are no major gains to be made as far in this whole scenario, as far as I can see, because as I said, the whole thing is going to ride on huge emotions. So there is no guarantee that even if the Congress creates Telangana, it is going to sweep Telangana or gain a substantial number of seats. At least that's what my political instinct tells me.
Right. Clearly, Professor Kundu, if a separate state of Telangana were to be created, there would be backlash from the Rayalaseema and coastal Andhra region.
I entirely agree that, it's not going to be the event, the declaration of the state formation. It will be a beginning of a sequence of events.
Right.
And I think some of the immediate issues that Radhika has raised is that, Hyderabad has 90% of its workforce, the city, in tertiary sector, and much of it is from outside the state. Now, in Telangana region, there is a massive unemployment.
And if you want to share your views on the subject we are discussing in public forum this evening, you can call us on our toll-free numbers that are 1-800-11-5313 and 1-800-11-5314. Continuing with you, Professor Kundu, if we look at the demand, whether or not it's fair for creation of a separate Telangana, the history of state formation in our country has been on language, and then there is the small state versus the big state argument. Neither applies on the issue of Telangana, because many say if Telangana were to be a state, it would not be a small state, it would be the 13th largest state in the country.
That is true. That Telangana, by the population size, certainly would not be one of the very small states. But if you look at the growth rate of the states like Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, also bifurcated, but we have Rajasthan also, which grew very rapidly, and now it is tapering down.
1800115314. Continuing with you, Professor Kundu, if we look at the demand, whether or not it's fair for creation of a separate Telangana, the history of state formation in our country has been on language, and then there is the small state versus the big state argument. Neither applies on the issue of Telangana, because many say if Telangana were to be a state, it would not be a small state, it would be the 13th largest state in the country.
That is true. That Telangana was also bifurcated, but we have Rajasthan also, which grew very rapidly, and now it is most of the states are following the national growth decline. So
Right.
I have a feeling that thesis, and also smaller states promote more input like that, and also Radhika was mentioning that we'll have to create Telangana as a state and not any other intermediary arrangement like a regional. But I'm simply asking this question.
Mention, this is what the Sri Krishna Commission report also mentioned. They talked about a united Andhra with rights for development for the Telangana region. That seems like a workable option to you?
I'm simply saying that we have to ask ourselves that is the institutional structure at the state level.
Suresh Panchal from Gujarat, welcome to the program. What's your question?
तेलंगाना के बारे में मैं कहूँगा कि तेलंगाना के साथ साथ अलग राज्य बनाने की मांग की बहुत लंबी सूची भी है। अब मैं कहूँगा आज ये पोजीशन है कि देश में पॉलिटिकल पार्टियां ही नहीं होनी चाहिए, तभी देश का शासन सही हो सकता है। एक बात तेलंगाना के साथ साथ ये कहूँगा कि लोक प्रतिनिधियों की पद ही ज्यादा बढ़ेंगे। आज सरकारी पद तो पूरे देश के अंदर है, उसके द्वारा सब कुछ इम्प्लीमेंट किया जा सकता है। कोई भी राज्य में देश की कोई भी कोने पर हम रोजगार उपलब्ध करवा सकते हैं, एजुकेशन उपलब्ध करवाना चाहिए। ये क्या होगा, अलग राज्य बनने से क्या होगा, सिर्फ पॉलिटिकल लोग की एक कैबिनेट बनेगी, मुख्यमंत्री बनेंगे, वही।
we got your point, Mr. Panchal. Mr. Rao, something that we touched upon earlier but didn't really elaborate on it, that it would trigger similar demands, as the caller also mentioned, from other parts of the country if we create a separate Telangana state. Are not as strong or do not deserve merit as Telangana
No,
does.
I will not be that judgmental about it. I mean, Vidarbha, we have a classic example of Vidarbha. I mean, years of neglect, farmer suicides, and so on. I think
Legislative Assembly has already passed that.
Right, just ahead of
Bodoland, Gorkhaland, they will all come to the fore.
There are
The
going to
moment
be
you
similar
take this
demands.
decision, this will open up.
Right, we have a caller right now with us from Bangalore, Krishna Swami. Welcome to the program. What's your question?
You see, I've been just watching this program just now. The discussion started on formation of Telangana based on the politics of Telangana and what political party is thinking in what direction. And slowly, the discussion has veered to the economic issues. I personally feel before taking any decision on Telangana, like in your program, you see, we need to see what is the extent of Telangana, where is Rayalaseema, where is Andhra Pradesh? I don't see it on your program. What is the distribution of population? What is the distribution of population density, location of businesses, all economic activities? Ultimately, the dispute is about economics. Dispute is about poverty. Dispute is about growth. That issue is not getting discussed. What we start discussing is the discussions on the TV channels today on Telangana issue.
Well, that's not really okay. We welcome your comments, Mr. Krishna
Things
Swami.
start falling in place. Let me add, I am now currently working near Bihar. Bihar, Jharkhand also on similar lines, the decision was taken. And today most of the people are suffering because of lack of administration in both the states, in Jharkhand and Bihar. So let us discuss in detail the economics rather than the politics of it based on a statistical data.
Right, but Mr. Krishna Swami, as you yourself pointed out, the discussion started with the politics and now we're talking about the economics of it. But many thanks for calling in now. Professor Kundu, you were saying something.
No, I believe that he has a point that the audience may not know exactly what is the extent of inequality and the population distribution of industries and agricultural deficiencies. But also Krishnamurthy must realize that for a TV program, it would require 3 hours first to give the regional inequality and the trends and patterns. So we are assuming that, you know, we are
basic level of
exactly,
information.
and also sharing our concern with regard to that. But nonetheless, it is true that between these 3 regions, the inequalities in the social sector, Rayalaseema, Coastal Andhra and Telangana, the
compromise.
Yeah, when you know, the 3 states of Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand were created, I think barring Jharkhand, there were no great movements that preceded the Uttarakhand, yes, there were, it was in spurts.
Political maturity, I think you can achieve
Okay,
that.
I have to take a break right now, Professor Kundu. I'll be coming to you after the break. Stay with us. We'll be right back with the final segment of the show. Back to Public Forum. We are talking about the Telangana issue. Professor Kundu, I'll continue with you. The regional imbalance that you mentioned, do you think that can be addressed through some experiments that have been tried in other parts of the country, for instance in Ladakh, which has its own hill council, or Gorkhaland?
Amandra, I'm really very happy that although we are discussing such a sensitive issue as Telangana, there has not been a major, disagreement among the panel. And I'm really very happy that Mr. Narasimha Rao is agreeing that the basic issue is of regional disparity and inequality in access to basic amenities.
Is it, Professor Kundu, according to you, that in modern India we've had so many of these demands for separate states that trigger such fierce emotions?
See, the point is, I have a feeling, particularly in the last few years, the confidence in this system of governance has gone down because of all kinds of developments in the corruption charge. People's sentiments, they just get burst out on.
Shank, welcome to the program. What's your question?
Oh, good evening, ma'am, and the panel as well. I have only 2 questions need to be asked. One is it not the failure of the government and the bureaucracy providing the equitable development in the region? And second thing is, why does we all not provide the development in the Telangana and the other regions of the India as well? Because of the, the umbrella of the national due to the lack of development and disparities, which would be a longer problem even for our internal security. Thank you.
Right. Ms. Ramaseshan, would you like to take that question?
Yeah, I didn't understand the latter part of the question. I think he was talking about inequitable development.
Right.
But what did he exactly say in the context of Telangana? I didn't grasp that.
But the first part he referred to it as a failure of the government. The fact that Telangana was not developed.
Failure of the centre as well as failure of the state government. If you see, the centre itself plays politics with states, I mean, whichever, I'm not blaming X or Y party for it, but there is always a tendency that the ruling and the states, because as you have regional parties growing stronger and stronger, the fault lines are inevitably going to get sharpened. So again,
how do we address these demands of new states now, because we cannot just keep creating states according to whims and fancies of some regional force or the other? Then what is the answer according to you?
You are absolutely right. That if you see that any time there is a protest and for political reasons that we are all referring to since the beginning of the one solution, then certainly we are heading for a very, and the benefits of that goes out of the region.
We've reached the end of the program now, but I'd like your final comments, starting with you, Mr. Rao. What way out do you see out of this Telangana? Expect an announcement soon.
I think we can't read the mind of, eventually there is only one person who will take this decision, that is Sonia Gandhi. And although
you're saying the demands are legitimate, but creation of a state may not necessarily be the answer to it, Ms. Ramaseshan.
Again, I don't want to second guess the mind of the Congress, but I mean, if the Congress has its eye on 2014, then I guess it would sort of just weigh the pros and cons within the context of
Watch until the end of this month. On that note, it's time for us to wrap up this discussion here. I'd like to thank all my guests for coming to the studios. It was a pleasure having you all here. That's it for now in this edition of Public Forum. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.